Welcome, guys, to today's episode with your HR Insider. And today I'm going to be telling you guys a story. So, in 2024, I resigned from my job. It was a tough period, but I just had to do what I had to do. And then I had a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism. Why would you resign? Why? That is a very reckless decision and all. But I already knew what I wanted, and I really did not care whatever anybody was saying. And I just wanted to be jobless for the next 3 months. And I ended up being jobless for over 5 months. But then when I got a job, I I think I've changed job twice in the space of 1 year. And I'm going to tell you the mindset shift, what I had to do to ensure that after when I'm returning back to the job market or to a new job, I'm going to be more valuable than I left. So stay tuned and enjoy. If you've not subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe. As you are watching the video, if you find it very interesting, like, drop your comments, and let's discuss strategy to grow, strategy to find the best jobs, strategies to become that person that you admire or that you dream to become. So that is what this channel is for. Like I said, your HR insider, I'm going to be giving you guys premium HR insiders gist that will help you succeed at the workplace, help you find a job, help you win in life in general. So let's get into it. Sometimes we tie our identity too much to where we work and what we currently do. But I had to remind myself that my values is in my skills, my knowledge, and my growth. So no matter what anybody was saying, no matter the negative things I was hearing, I just believe that I am someone that is valuable. I'm someone that is intelligent. I'm someone that wants to actually grow. So if I put in the work, if I put in the effort, I would definitely find a good job. And I found two within the space of 1 year. So whatever it is that you believe, it's what will happen for you. And you have to actually work towards it. You have to put in the work. So I started focusing more on building myself than just worrying about when I was going to find job or how I was going to find the job. Then I also shifted the mindset from I also shifted my mindset to focus more on learning and self-improvement. I had to understand and believe that for me to succeed in this life, I need to be valuable. I need to be knowledgeable. I need to put I need to put system in place to ensure that I they don't look at me and ignore me. I don't speak and get ignored. And what can make this happen is when I am valuable. You can't pour from an empty cup. So I started to learn, I started to post on LinkedIn, I started to create content because creating content helped me grow. It helped me to do more research because I wanted to post. It helped me to actually talk. It helped me to write. And I just started getting more comfortable with it. And that what actually gave me courage to actually open a YouTube channel because I started getting comfortable with speaking in front of my camera. Because I had to change my mindset from just waiting for things to happen to start creating things for myself. So after resigning, I became more intentional about my learning. That was the period I actually registered for my CIPM program. I started my CIPM program, and now I am a chartered member of the CIPM, Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, Nigeria, because I had to focus on self development. I had to get certified. Then currently I'm doing my MBA in human resource management. Yeah, I have to push my mindset, I have to push myself So that period also, I worked on my CV. That was the period I started researching on how to write a good CV, how to ensure your CV does not get ignored. That was the period I just learned a lot of things about CV writing. You get so, and my knowledge of the job market actually helped me and is helping me talk to you now about CV writing in general. If you go to my TikTok page, I talk a lot there about CV writings, how to land a good job, how to properly tailor your CV, how to position yourself to ensure that you are not ignored by recruiters or hiring manager. I also realized that you cannot compete in today's markets with yesterday's skills. So that's on that thing that you really have to understand. You cannot compete in today's market with yesterday's skills. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, you can't compete in today's market with yesterday's skills. Every day things are changing, things are improving, things are evolving. If you remain where you are, if you stay with those ancient of days skills, yeah, you will not be able to survive in the world in the world markets. In today's market, you won't be able to survive because people have left you behind. It's just like someone saying that social media these days is not good, social media is not necessary, one thing did not happen. Nowadays, social media is more like your CV. People will go there and say, what has this girl been talking about? What has she been doing? And use that to employ you. My last job I'm currently doing, it was through LinkedIn. So people saying that learning social media skills, learning digital skills is a waste of time. They are still in the 90s, if not even in the 80s. So constant research, constant learning, constant knowledge building cannot be over cannot be overemphasized. Every small improvement that you try to do today matters. If your good knowledge compounds, give yourself few years, you are going to be unrecognizable as far as you consistently improve and do those habits like reading, learning, improving your how you talk, improving your presentation skills. Little by little, you will be the world best. Third strategy I have here is be very strategic with your job search. Remove that mindset of using one generic CV to apply for different position. Don't do that. Before you apply for any position, ensure that you've read the job description and you are able to do 70% of that job. You are aligning at least 70%, and then you know that you have 30% to go and learn. So applying for a job that you really know nothing about or little to nothing about is you are setting yourself up for failure. So I stopped applying randomly that period. Instead, I started researching companies before applying. I started reading properly their job description to ensure that my my values aligns to theirs. So quality application is better than random application. Applying for 2 jobs every day is better than applying for 10 jobs with no strategy. Yeah, so ensure that you remove that mindset of it's better I is a game of numbers, apply for 10 jobs, 15 jobs, 50 jobs, and then you're not even adopting any strategy in your application. So on that mindset that I worked on was to control my thoughts. I had to learn to control my thoughts. So that was a very big move for me. So instead of thinking that, what if I don't get the job? Instead, I started thinking, what can I do to prepare myself to be the best candidate? So I started prepare myself to be the best candidate that company is going to hear speak. Yeah. So because fear doesn't help you perform better, preparation does. So I started to prepare. I started to prepare. I started to read. I started to read about what I wanted. I started to read about the company. I started to read about more things about HR to opened more doors for me. Things I did thought it was not necessary in HR, things I didn't really have much interest in HR. I started reading about it. I started studying about it. I started broadening my knowledge in HR. That's why some things that I know today, people will be wondering how do somebody with such years of experience know so much is because I was intentional about learning, and you should do the same. So another mindset shift that I also learned or worked on was the abundant mindset. I had to learn that I am more than enough. I had to learn that I am valuable. I had to learn that I am not limited. I had to learn that I can go places. I had to understand what is obtainable, what are people achieving, what can I achieve. I started pushing myself. I started taking my life more seriously than I used to. I've had a lot of up and downs in my career. I started my career as a sales representative at one eye clinic. I am a first class graduate, don't forget. But then I did not believe in myself. My mindset was messed up when I graduated from school. My mindset was not good at all. So some kind of opportunities will come, I'll be like, I'm not good enough for that opportunity. I won't apply. It was that bad. I will not apply. So I was just applying for the small jobs that I was all those 50K jobs, 60K jobs. My first job they paid me 45,000 naira if first class graduate. I felt bad, but at the same time I just went to do the job. I don't even know what was wrong with me then. Then I now moved to a hospital where I started as a cashier. They actually moved me to account, but I started going to cash points. I don't know what was so they finally moved me to become a cashier. Then I started working hard again to move to accounts. And then I moved to accounts to finance, and, and I saw that finance was not it for me. So I moved to HR. So all these movements was intentional for me. I was moving because I know that where I was, when I enter where I am, where I was, I would feel like this place is not for me. I deserve more, and then I would want to move. So little by little, my mindset was getting transformed. But when I resigned from that my previous role, my previous job, hmm, that 5 months I used to work on myself was the best time for me. It made me so confident in myself. People call me proud nowadays, but I don't know where I'm coming from because I've worked so much on myself. I cannot accept less. Even if it seems like I'm accepting less, maybe I'm gaining something else from it, that, and I'm going to give myself time frame to leave that place. So I've worked so much on myself that there's nothing you can tell me that I'm not good at, or something negative that will really bring me down. I can feel it that moment, but I will shake it off when I remember how valuable and how God has blessed me, and how God has been giving me good ideas to succeed. Me talking to you today is not my idea, it's not my strength, it's God that has been helping me, and I'm putting in the work. Before I'll be talking and talking and talking, because I'm just here talking to you guys. If you have any comments about more mindset shifts that people have to adopt to ensure that they find jobs, they thrive at work, they win in the workplace, do well to drop it in the comments. Let people learn from you too. I can also learn from you. So drop that negative mindset, drop that I'm not good enough mindset, and learning, start improving yourself that you will be good enough. Because people that you are seeing that they're living great lives, they've made a lot of sacrifices. They've had sleepless nights. They've endured insults from people that did not understand where they were going. They've had to put on that thick skin to absorb pressure. You have to learn to do it. Nobody was born with it. People learn things, and you also you can learn. because from where I'm coming from, I have learned. Me that you're saying that, okay, I graduated with first class from the university. My secondary school was WOSKI. I think it was in SS2 I started doing well in school because of WAEC. I used to hear that people used to write WAEC 5 times, write JAM 7 times. I said, that cannot be me now. I started taking my life in school seriously. That was how I know that if you decide to do something, if you decide to excel, you can. And then from almost last position, I moved to third among the three best students in my class. So whatever it is that you want to achieve and you put in the work, you put in the right strategy, you put in God, you can achieve it. So the results of this mindset shift for me was confidence. I had more confidence in myself. I had more clarity about how I want my life to look like, about where I want to go to. And also, I had better opportunities. I'm not where I want to be now. I can say that for sure. But I'm just happy about the person and the woman I am becoming. And I'm very positive about my future. Because that dream job, that dream opportunity, I'm going to get it very soon. Sooner than you think. Sooner than I even think. Because I'm not playing with my personal growth. I'm not playing with putting the effort to transform my mindset every day. I was able to secure two jobs, like I said, within a space of 1 year because I transformed my mindset. Not because I was lucky. No, I put in the work because I was more intentional about my growth and positioning. I positioned myself well. I was intentional about my growth. So it was not luck. It was God's grace and it was my efforts and my time that I put into my growth. And you should do the same. Don't sit down there lazing around. If you're looking for a job search is supposed to be like your full-time job. Personal development is supposed to be like your full-time job. That prayer, I started exercising in the morning. I didn't want to be sleeping till 10 o'clock aimlessly because I was jobless. I tried it for a week and I was like, this cannot be me. So I started work. That was how my morning work started because 7 o'clock I'm out, 6:30 I'm out, 6 o'clock I'm out. I didn't want to be found lazing around. I have to push myself, and you can do the same for yourself. You cannot be jobless and then you're sitting around, lazing around, waiting for people to come and call you to do something. Don't do that to yourself. So if there is anything that I want you to take away from this, is that work on your mindset, work on your skills, be intentional about your career goals. Because when your mindset changes, your decision changes too. Like people always say, change your mindset and change your life. That is true. You cannot be having limiting mindset, having a poor mindset, and expect to be rich and expect to break boundaries. No. And when your decision when your decision change, your life can change too. But if you decide not to change, if you decide not to apply for a job strategically, if you decide to be lazing around, if you decide not to develop yourself, if you decide not to work on your skills, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. I'm not a preacher, but the choice is yours. So my encouragement for you today is just work on your mindset. Work on your mindset. Believe that you can do a lot of things and actually start putting on and start stationing yourself daily. Work on your daily habits to ensure that that place that you wish to be, you actually get there because you can. So if this video was helpful, if you liked my story, if you like this content, if you've learned something from it, do well to give me a thumbs up, drop your comments, subscribe to my channel so that when next I post, you'll be the first to see it. And until I see you in my next video, do well to upgrade yourself. Bye.